Hello viewers, you're welcome to Economy Today on TVRC. I am your host for today, Olaniwo Oluwatobiloba is my name. And here with me we have Dr. Akintunde Somi Vincent, our lead analyst. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
It's good to have you on set with us today once again. Today we're going to be talking about a very, very interesting topic which I believe has been in the minds of a whole lot of Nigerians as it stands right now. Persistent struggles and rising poverty levels. The new normal for Nigerians. And to get started with this particular session, I would like to ask Doctor, what do you think are the primary factors contributing to the rising poverty levels in Nigeria, and how do you think they can be addressed?
Well, we have quite a number of them, and among them all is unemployment. And if you look at our country, so far so good, or for the opting time, you notice that we keep graduating. We have graduates, loitering the streets, doing practically nothing. So unemployment has become a bane in this country, where you see, I wouldn't call it the fault of the graduate, but when you see a community that is that is headless, that has a kind of moving towards a direction where that is not pivotal on any leadership.
Okay.
Then that's what you witness. So like unemployment, where you have graduates here and there, and they are doing nothing, and government appears not to be encouraging them. And those that are doing something, they are being stifled with tax and what have you. Another one is corruption. Corruption is very endemic in our system, where you see money that is meant for social welfare. They have been, siphoned by some government officials. Money that is meant to create enabling environment for the youth to thrive. Youth development, human development, whatever development. And you see somebody championing the money, putting it inside his own pocket alone. Another one is non-diversification of the economy. We have a lot of economy, where youth can actually, leverage on. Can always take opportunity to thrive in that particular environment. But government is not focusing attention on that particular on that side of the economy. For example, most of the economy now, our focus attention in this country is on oil, is on petroleum, okay. And over time, you've seen the way, if you're going to get employment in Shell or Texaco, or as the name implies back in time in retrospect, or all those big oil production company, you have to be a first class grad. You have to be a first class student, a graduate of first class, or at most second class upper. And they are minute in their number. We have so many people fall under the radar of second class lowers and maybe third class or pass. We have them. We have
in larger numbers.
But if they bottleneck that particular employment, and it has been reserved over time for those at the corridor of power.
Yes.
So, like I said, non-diversification of the. But take a look at I talked was it recently? I said something about creating wealth through production, or by creating
through manufacturing.
Like I said, we have unused land mass.
Yes.
Or why not give graduates? For example, a graduate of a particular university, tell them you are going to give each student a plot of land to create something. And when you're able to do it, they take it to the market to sell. They make money for themselves, and they're also solving a particular problem. So, as another one is inequality, income inequality. Okay, you see variation in incomes here and there. So many, all manner of variation. One is doing, level 1 officer receiving a minute stipend amount of money, and eventually, before you can increase the salary again, you are going to take another 3 or 4, 5 years. And things are changing on a daily basis. PMS, the price has skyrocketed, is on the high side. Housing, very
high.
To get telecom, hiking here and there.
Yeah.
Another one is laziness. And like I said, it is only a country that has a good leaders that can ginger their citizens to they can ginger them to maximize their potentials. But when leaders appears not to show a kind of, they don't really care about the development of this youth. What do you expect? All of them, they become so comatose in their approach to life. It becomes it becomes, please, can I get urgent 2K? Everybody's now asking for urgent 2K here and there. When you want to visit the shopping mall, you will see some youth lecturing the area. Some will walk up to you that, please, can I get something to eat? Can I get a bread? Can I get here and there? When you will see full-grown guys that even when you give them, when you create a kind of enabling environment, they are going to thrive. So we have all manner, poor educational system, they are part of it, conflict, they are part of high inflation, FX volatility, low productivity. They are all part of what, these are part of what is contributing to poverty rising in our land.
Wow, thank you so much for that particular session. But we also like to look at addressing these particular factors. How do you think these factors can be addressed in just like 2-3 minutes?
And like I said, it is good I also established this part that we have this kind of problem because some people believe that, those who are better, those who seem to be better in this country, they are benefiting from that particular rot.
Okay.
From this poverty. Some they weaponize it because they want to be seen as, the dragon lord. So if they are at the top, they are the top. They need somebody to be at the somebody who will be worshiping them at their feet. So they are benefiting from it. They weaponize it. For example, during election, we need people who are seamlessly not too okay for them to carry out your heinous act.
Yes.
They are those you use for the hoodlums, the tout, the hooligans. They are those who eventually put together to carry out, to help you snatch ballot boxes, BVI, what have you, to cut away, to create a kind of disruption in the environment. So they are benefiting from it. And again, take a look. Some of the leaders, some people at the helms of affairs, they're also benefiting. Because if the problems still remain, like when you visit most of the streets, you will notice that we have so many terrible road network. And somebody who has money in the street may want to volunteer himself to repair the road. But the government officials would deny them that opportunity because they want to use that road to bring, to collect money from the government. You can see how, how they are destroying the environment just because of their own personal interest. So, like I said, some people at the helms of affairs are benefiting. Then you talk about how we can solve the solution, how we can solve the problem. Number one, we have to provide basic needs. Provide basic needs. Take a look at our budgeting system. How much is accrued to education? What percentage? It's very much minimal, minute. We have to prioritize education. And not just education that is worthwhile education. Not education for education's sake. Education that favors productivity. Education that builds both the hands and the mind. This is education that is actually worthwhile. Another one is clean water. Create a kind of a clean water, a clean environment, health care, proper health care. Because health is wealth. When you have citizens that are languishing they are sick, here, right and left, you can always see, it is visible to the blind that these people, they are not really, doing too good. What would such a person offer to his country? So food again is very vital because the empty tummy will do nothing. Yes. In short, the hungry man is an angry man. That's why you see all manner of protests here and there. Everybody, the tension seems to be very high. When you walk in the middle of the street, you see everybody getting angry for nothing. Why would they get angry? Somebody who hasn't eaten for like 2 or 3 days, and you think he's going to listen to whatever you want to say. So like I said, provision of basic needs. Number 2 is create job creation. Government must create job. The unemployment rate is very high. So when you see people, because the idle hand is a devil's workshop. When they wake up in the middle, they are not doing anything, and you are not telling them, you are not tailoring telling them that you can do this to survive, you can do this to make ends meet. Nobody's saying it. You keep promising. Why do you have to? Okay, there's what we call white collar jobs. How many white collar jobs do you have in the society? Everybody keep putting on suit for what? When we are supposed to be putting on lab coat and we're supposed to be visiting the farms where we have unused land mass. Even what we have, we are not even leveraging on it. And again, we need to empower our women. Because if you look at the percentage, if you look at the ratio percentage, you see we have more women, okay, in our society. All of them now, when you visit, those who are most majorly night crawlers, they are the ladies. So all of them now, when you go to most of the homes now, they are sleeping. When it's 6 o'clock in the midday, 6 o'clock in the evening, they are getting ready for the night activities. And what are they doing there? Selling their body part and everything. And who never can tell. Eventually they end up in the hands of wrong guys who will eventually take advantage of them. Some have them for ritual purposes, some for hormonal purposes. Some they will even they become so useless to themselves, and eventually they are also going to murder some. They are going to be the mother of some children. What are they going to give to those children? Exactly. So we need to empower women, make them strong, because the future of this country lies in the hands of the women. If you are going to produce good, viable, strong generation, the women must be carried along properly.
Yes.
So I think if you're able to, and again, we have to say this on a particular, emphasize on this production and manufacturing. Like when you create employment everything must be measured based on your level of productivity. Like I said, we have to look at the problems in the land and look for solution providers through employment.
All right. Thank you so much, Doctor. You've been able to expatiate and do justice to that particular question. Just to further this particular session, I would like to ask, what do you think should be the roles of government, private sector, the civil society organization in alleviating this poverty level in Nigeria? What do you think they should engage in? What are some of their roles, at least to be able to help to alleviate this rising poverty levels as it is?
Well, when you look on the part of the government, they have to create a kind of they have to secure the environment for the citizens, because when a very good example is what is happening in Borno State, where most of, not just in that region, the northeast, the north central, and part of the northwest. When you look at what is happening in that particular area now, you agree with me that most of those who are supposed to be farming, they are in the internally displaced camps, IDP camps. So when the environment is not safe, and again, look at the food basket of the nation, Benue. They used to get most of farm produce resources. Over time, most of them cannot even visit their farms anymore. So the government must secure the region. And again, you have to, your economic policies must be very friendly. Take a look at the FX, $1 to a naira, 1,500. Then anything that is going to come into the country will be extremely, expensive. But when you have a kind of FX that is friendly, your economic policies are friendly, then everybody, we have enough to work with. How much is the fertilizers? How are farmers going to have access to manure? What about tools, infrastructure for highly mechanized farms? You are going to make do with tractors. If your exchange rate is to 1,500, how much are you going to purchase a tractor? A tractor that, even if it's 500 naira, that you can always purchase it for like 5 million or 4 million naira. Then you want to purchase a tractor for 25 or 30 or 50 million naira. Where are they going to get the money from? So your economic policy, and again, there must be a kind of a social welfare package put readily available for the citizens. Like back in time in retrospect, they used to pay bursaries for students. These are welfare that makes educational journey seamless, interesting. Bursary allocation, available student loan. Okay. I used to hear from some of our professors that when they were still in universities, they used to have access to chicken.
Yes.
They used to have meal tickets.
Yes.
As a student, you can take your meal ticket to go in the university, not in the secondary school.
That was years ago.
But now those who benefited from that particular program, they are the one making things difficult for us. Look at some of them are product of free education, and they will come up with all manner of untenable excuses that things are no. It's because they fail to be creative, and that's why things are very difficult. You see, this is a country that God has blessed. God has blessed this country holistically. We have a rainy season. We have dry season. We can save waters that we can make do with for complete season. We can also save sun. Don't forget that people are saving sun. Look at the solar package. The solar package. Isn't it a blessing?
Yeah.
But I will leverage. I will benefit. It is people from the outside world now, from outside Africa, that we create solar that we make do with in Africa. When God has blessed us with the same thing, the whole of Singapore, you know, the whole of Singapore, they used to import water to Singapore, and you will never see them complain because they are very smart and they are very wise. They work smartly. But here in this country, God has blessed us with everything. Yet people look at God has blessed us with crude oil. But look at what our crude oil has eventually, people are still yet crude oil. Even the PMS has inside the circulation is still very much an illusion.
Now let's look at the role. Let's look at the role of private sector and the civil society organization. What do you think their role should be?
Well, the private sector must be a watchdog. They must hold government accountable. The private sector.
How so?
The private sector, we must, of course, we have to. The private sector must be corroborate. They must corroborate with the government.
Okay.
But I'm talking about
PPP, public-private partnerships.
Yes, we must cooperate together. Must work together. There must be a synergy between the public, because there are certain things that government may not be able to do. But those at the private sector must also corroborate the idea of this thing with the government.
Okay, all right then. Now to finalize this particular session, thank you so much, Doctor. Considering the current, the widespread nature of poverty in Nigeria, do you believe that poverty has become a normalized aspect of Nigerian society?
Well, like I said, for the opportune time, it has been weaponized by some well-without people.
Okay.
Some people who are the hems of affair. They believe that if everybody is rich in this country, they won't have anybody to perpetrate or to carry out their heinous crime. So over time, they've weaponized it, and people just have to stand up and reject this wholeheartedly.
Wow, thank you so much, Doctor. That has been an amazing session. You've been able to do justice to this particular topic today, the persistent struggles and rising poverty levels in Nigeria, and which has become a new normal for Nigerians. There you have it, viewers, on Economy Today. Thank you so much, Doctor, once again for honoring our invitation to be a part of this amazing session. I remain your humble host, Olaniun Oluwatobiloba. Till next time, bye for now.